exclusive production of the West Windsor Plainsboro Advanced Broadcasting Program. You're watching WWPH TV.
This is Michael Lewis with your WWPH TV closer look at community forums. The West Windsor Plainsboro Board of Education is constantly making decisions which affect every resident of the town. In 2011, the board held its historic first community forum, a meeting for the entire area where adults and students can voice their opinions on local issues. High School South Principal Roseanne Benino says student input is among the most essential.
Students are really the front line. They're the ones that know what the reality is and how it's going to affect them. So I just think that that's, I'd like to see more of that. I'd like to see if we can, get more students involved.
The board says the community forum is the best way for critical decisions to be made. This has been Michael Lewis with your WWPH TV closer look at community forums.
It's time for your hometown quiz on WWPH TV. First question, what medical drama series is set at the Plainsboro Teaching Hospital? Second question, who donated the Schenck farmstead to West Windsor in the 1750s? Third question, what high school North math teacher is one of the most recognized educators in the state? And final question, what high school South publication is a multiple-time national award winner? The answer to the first question is the medical series House, which is set right here at the Plainsboro Teaching Hospital. The answer to the second question is Max Zaitz, who donated the Schenck farmstead to West Windsor. The answer to the third question is WWP North math teacher Tim Cornell. And the answer to the final question is the Pirate's Eye, High School South's own student newspaper. This has been your hometown quiz on WWPH TV.
Hello, I'm Evan Western, and this is the Truth Serum. Today we take a look at a place of very high significance to the history of West Windsor that dates all the way back to the 1750s. Located on Southfield Road opposite the Cranberry Golf Course lies the Schenck farmstead. The area is not only the tribute to the township's farming history, but also the home to the Historical Society of West Windsor. The house itself is rich with culture that spans over 2 centuries. WWPH TV reporter Cameron Ross gives us an inside look at the history and legacy of the Schenck House.
The township of West Windsor was a rural farming area back in the 1800s and served as a crossroads between major cities. Now it is a bustling suburban area with a rapidly growing population, and yet residents still have a sanctuary where they can relive their past. The West Windsor Historical Society has created a museum to preserve that important past. The Schenck House and Farmstead, built in the 1790s, has been a part of the community for generations. Mary Schenck lived in the house as a young married woman with her husband and in-laws. Schenck says the township was very important to New Jersey.
West Windsor, of course, was part of the major area between New York and Philadelphia. You went through West Windsor to get either one or the other. Troops went through. The history of West Windsor is what I hope everybody will understand and read about and understand and know about, because West Windsor was a big part of New Jersey history.
To aid in the preservation of West Windsor's history, the home's last owner, Max Zates, donated the farmstead to the township in 1991. The Historical Society then began the process of refurbishing the home. Kay Reed was one of the members who was a major part of the transformation. She says many of the furnishings for the home come from donations or are purchased by the museum.
We were very fortunate in the very beginning. After we received the house, or were given the house, there was a woman who lived on Quaker Ridge Road. Her name was Amelia Doherty. And when she passed away, she left us part of the contents of her home. So we had a good beginning. We put it in storage and have tried to, especially in the parlor, where the East Lake furniture is and the marble top tables, that was all given to us.
The farmstead has scheduled times when it can be toured by the public, as well as an open house every 2 months. Reed says, during these events, tour guides are placed throughout the home to explain the usage of the rooms and to answer visitors' questions.
Usually I'm in the parlor, and we dress in appropriate costume of the time. And when I work in the parlor, we tell them about the furniture that was given to us.
In the earlier days of the museum, the Society's women contemplated how to present themselves within the home on tour days. Skank says the decision was made to have the women's dress reflect the section of the home they were displaying.
Most places you go to, a home like this one will have ladies in costume of some kind. Southern belles have the big, well, we don't need that because we're not that type of house. So what I did was I had a colonial costume made so that I will wear a colonial costume in the colonial kitchen.
One of the most interesting exhibits in the home is the history room. It contains maps and many old photographs depicting what the township once looked like. The Historical Society president, Clifford Reed, says all visitors are very interested in the pictures.
The history room has many old photographs, and we have a lot of things to offer for the children to see that come with their parents, as well as the senior citizens that come who are younger ones, to see the home as it used to be back in the 1800s and the 1900s.
Many residents visit the museum. However, one group in particular shows the most interest. Longtime West Windsor resident and member of the Historical Society, Mildred Mumaw says the house's unique character appeals most to young children.
Maybe the adults aren't so interested, but for the children to see how they cooked on the fireplaces, and it's just something that they'll know and remember, where they don't see that in their houses.
West Windsor Plainsboro schools educate second-grade students about the townships in which they live. Part of the curriculum includes a tour of the Skank House and farmstead. Skank says the children are interested in the differences between the lifestyles of the past and the present.
As far as I can tell, when we've had the children come through and they send us little notes back, they do realize that what they have seen is something different, and they make remarks about it. So I'm pleased.
The Historical Society of West Windsor invites residents to visit the Skank House, where especially children comprehend the museum's importance to the township. A trip to the Skank House and farmstead is a journey where West Windsor's past merges with the present and meets the future. This has been Cameron Ross for WWPH TV.
Welcome back to The Truth Serum on WWPH TV. The theater departments at West Windsor Plainsboro High School's North and South are outlets for student actors, singers, and dancers to come together and perform annual productions for the local community. Both schools put on a yearly fall drama and musical, with other performances from the Improv Club, Bang Bang You're Dead Anti-Violence Show, and several other groups. But out of the intensive practices and building schedules comes something that is more enduring for students than the performances themselves. WWPH TV reporter Kate Broughton takes a look at the bonding and friendships that result from working together under the spotlight.
A high school musical. Some people see it as mere entertainment. Others see it as an educational experience.
At West Windsor Plainsboro High School North, it is so much more. Each year, the North students work hard to put on a great musical for the public. However, what a lot of people don't see is how tight the cast, running crew, and orchestra pit become during the long, grueling process of putting together the show. A special bond is formed with those involved. Family is created.
It's not just experienced cast members who feel the togetherness. It doesn't take long for newcomers to also pick up on the close connection everyone has. Freshman Danny State says the close relationships seem to grow more and more because of the endless time spent together.
Like every Saturday, like 8 hours, and then 1 week before the musical, like every day after school till 11, I've just gotten to know like everything about everyone in stage crew. I think it's cool that like people I've known who they were before stage crew. I never would have thought I'd become like really close to them, but I'm glad I have.
Of course, just like any family, there are some disagreements. Not everyone gets along all the time. However, student master carpenter Jimmy Ikeda says every group winds up coming together.
Because most of the fights are jokes, I think. I mean, I don't think anyone, obviously there's going to be a few people you have problems with, like there is in any group. But for the most part, we all are working toward the common goal of having a good show. And we know that's more important than any petty argument. So,
if the cast, crew, and pit simply worked as co-workers during a job instead of becoming a family, Ikeda says he doesn't think the shows would turn out as well as they do year after year.
Really a giant part of the show is the chemistry between the three groups. And if that does not work well, then you just can't have a good show at all. It's all about chemistry.
Practicing and performing the show provides many opportunities for the bonding experience to evolve. But Ikeda says even deeper bonds form because almost every night after each performance, those involved go out to dinner, just like a big family.
Yes, the majority of our, good conversation is the time we really express ourselves the most is at dinner because there's no stress regarding the show. Because during the show, we're really focused. We're kind of in the zone.
Having dinner together is just one small part. However, the tradition everyone looks forward to is the annual cast, crew, and pit party, a celebration that takes place on the last Saturday of each show. Student Kelsey Rothera says it provides one more lasting memory.
It's really fun. We usually wind up doing some musical things like karaoke or, I don't know, depends on whose house it's at. Sometimes we play like ping pong and stuff, but it's just a really good chance to celebrate together like everything we've accomplished. It's a really fun time.
The cast, crew, and pit party provides the celebration, but it also marks the end of the show experience. With so much effort and bonding during the show, participants often find it hard to say goodbye. Senior Mira Bhatia says even after the show, many of the members continue their friendship.
I'm definitely really happy that I did the musical because I met some really great people from it. Everyone in the musical is really down to earth, and there are people that I wouldn't even talk to otherwise, and the musical really brings us all together. We're such a big family, and I'm really sad to leave.
The people involved with West Windsor Plainsboro High School Musical explain that those who are not a part of the theatrical experience cannot possibly understand the true family that is formed behind the scenes. It is the closest that comes from many long nights working towards a common goal. Eventually, the musical must come to a close, but for the cast, crew, and pit, the sense of family never ends. This has been Kate Brown for WWPH TV.
The historic value of the West Windsor Schenck House and the bonding that comes from district students' annual theater performances are both stories that give more insight into WWP culture. And with that, The truth serum has run out.
I'm Adrian Fernandez.
And I'm Siddhi Sundar, and welcome to Tales from Grover's Mill. This episode of WWPH TV's movie show focuses on experimental horror. Our first film is The House, directed by Tim O'Connor, and features a haunted house. Let's take a look.
Although 107.9 FM is based in Princeton Junction, New Jersey, its unique student diversity broadcasts voices from around the world. From the latest in local news to international current events, the Great 108 keeps the world up to date. All from right here at home. So tune in to the home of the pirate and the knight. 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Our next film, Falling, directed by my co-host Siddhi Sundar, is about 3 teenagers and their plight with the technological horror that is technology. Let's take a look.
Photography at North gives students the chance to take an ordinary activity and make it into something special.
And that's all the experimental horror we have to scare you with today. I'm Adrian Fernandez.
And I'm Sudhi Sundar, and tune in next time on Tales from Grover's Mill.
From the West Windsor Plainsboro High School studios, it's Sneak Peek, the TV show that lets viewers sample the type of programming featured on the district's own student-run radio station, 107.9 FM.
What is up, West Windsor Plainsboro?
So much is up, Jesse.
Alright, I'm Jesse U.
And I'm Brianne Savino.
And we are here today to talk about lots of interesting things. I mean, funny things too, like Yahoo Answers. People always write weird Yahoo Answers.
Also some interesting things like the Midnight Inventors. It's a combined North and South club.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that later.
And then photojournalism. It's a new cool thing.
Yes.
You should get into it. But first, Brianne, have you ever been to Grover's Mill Coffee House? It's a grind.
I love coffee, and I love those coffee houses. Okay. Personally, I don't see the difference in between them. I think they're equally awesome. But, because they both, you know, the coffee is good at both, the drinks is good at both, the scenery and the atmosphere is also great at both. But also, I feel like It's a Grind just has a little more, like, entertainment sometimes at night.
But I mean, like, Grover Mills Coffee is a local place. It's a Grind. It's a chain, so...
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's actually all over. So I think Grover's Mill Coffee wins on that.
Alright, I like to support the local ones.
Yeah, but North students actually tend to go to It's a Grind more, while South go to Grover's Mill, and I think that's based off distance.
Yeah, because it's right near South, and It's a Grind.
And yeah, they just offer different things to the community, just like how TV shows offer different things to viewers. So we're going to do a game break on TV shows. Let's do this, Brianne.
Alright, come on,
I am going to
Rowan.
dominate.
Game break.
And you're back on 107.9 FM. Here's your game break based off of TV shows. So I'm going to give you 3 hints, and you have to guess what TV show I am talking about. Are you ready?
Right, I'm ready.
All right. Group of Friends, Coffee Shop, and Matt LeBlanc.
Friends.
All right.
One
Jesse
point.
takes it up right away with 1 point. All right. Rose, Girlfriends, and Brad.
Oh, what's the Bachelor? Is that a game?
All tied up here.
What?
1-1.
1-1.
Time for Jesse. Running, challenges, and U-turns.
Wipeout?
No. Ooh. The Amazing Race.
Oh, stole that one.
Oh,
it's 2-1. Okay, next question. Pickles, Karma, and GTL.
Jersey Shore.
That was mine. That was my question.
That was a tie. That doesn't count. I'm sorry.
Wait, she didn't even say it.
I
She
was
said
gonna
Jersey. That doesn't count.
Jersey counts.
All right. I guess we're gonna go to Brianne here with New York City, Trump Tower, and You're Fired.
What's that one with Donald Trump? The Apprentice?
Oh my god.
Hey,
Or it could be The Celebrity Apprentice.
3-1. Brianne's up by 2. All right. Ready, Jesse?
Yeah.
Paper, Scranton, and Rainbow.
The Office.
The Office. It's my point. Yeah, because it's Brianne's fault for screaming.
All right, it's 3-2 now.
You can answer the next one just to
Singing, Golden Ticket, and Judges. Brianne, go ahead.
Oh, American Idol.
These are way
Correct.
too easy.
All right.
4.
Longentist, Dunphy's, and ABC.
I don't know. Super Nanny?
Survivor.
You're close. No, I'm just kidding. It's Modern Family. All right. Cooking, Chairman, and Secret Ingredient. Jesse, go.
Oh, World Chef? Iron Chef.
Iron Chef, correct. And that ties it up.
No,
tiebreaker for Brienne. Legendary Suits and Barney Stinson.
How I Met Your Mother.
Correct. Brienne takes this one home.
Woo.
Stay tuned on the Great 108.
The South, united with the North. West Windsor, Plainsboro High School Radio, 107.9 FM.
It's an area where an immense amount of people are suffering. You hear that this is the first time in history where the United States has declared it a genocide and yet not taken any real action to stop it. In terms of that, it's very easy, because if you hear about that, of course you're not going to be okay with it. It's human life. You know, how much more of an interest do you need?
Allie Gideon speaking for STAND, working to make this a better world. A message from WWPH TV.
West Windsor Plainsboro High School students, bringing the school to you. 107.9 inside the district.
And you're back on 107.9 FM. All right, so something that a lot of high schools don't have is a robotics team. And this is, in our school district, we have a combined North and South team.
And they are very, very good. I mean, in 2009, they came in the first robotics competition team. They got first place in the state robotics team.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, and also they have a sick name, Midnight Adventure.
Midnight, like combination.
Yeah. Well, actually, no.
Midnight.
There's no pirate in it. Wait, no, Midnight Pirate. I don't know. But still, that's a cool name. And in 2010, they actually won the Engineering Inspiration Award at the Boston First Robotics Regional. And in 2011, they won the Northeast Utilities Kinetic First Robotics Regional. So their track record's amazing.
That's amazing. And so, think about what they're doing. They're building robots. How cool is that?
Yeah.
I want a robot. It could be so useful.
I mean, like, yeah, robot, grab the remote, grab you some snacks.
All right, that's not as useful as I was thinking, but you know, that's
what were you thinking?
Well, I don't know, like actually,
save the environment.
Yes, world peace, world hunger. Let's go, man.
All right, well, this team is relatively young. I mean, they were formed in 2006, and it's, again, North and South people, and it just shows how talented our students are at West Windsor Plainsboro.
And they're also trying to start it early because Community Middle School sponsors the two first Lego League teams.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's like a build-up going into the like robotics teams.
Preparing you for high school, possibly?
Yeah. And I mean, if I was good at robotics, I would definitely join this.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, I'm not good enough, so I'm not even gonna try.
Me neither, but you never know. Maybe you should try. It's good to try some opportunities.
Yeah, all right. Maybe I will. But that's questionable. But Brian, I'm in a debating mood, and there's a debate club. So why don't we debate right now in some viewpoints? Viewpoints right now. Rohan, moderate for us.
107.9 FM Viewpoints.
Okay, it is time for your viewpoints right here, right now. Okay, so Princeton University has a cannon club that is opening in February of next year after a series of economic problems that prevented it from opening earlier.
I mean, I think it's a totally new outlet for students who are interested in pursuing like different opportunities at Princeton. Like this club is for people that can't find what they want in a different club, so they join this one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not a right decision at all. Why hasn't this club opened recently? It's because it costs too much money.
But so what? This club has a really rich tradition, like it's historical and stuff, and that's basically what Princeton University does. Like they have a lot of tradition, and they need to continue that.
Brian, it's a club only for freshmen and sophomores. It's not even benefiting the whole class.
And topic number 2, a recent study conducted by the Australian National University shows that it's better to have no job than to have a poor quality job because of the effect bad jobs have on a person's mental health.
Alright, I think that's kind of ridiculous. The reasoning doesn't make sense, and it's kind of like undermining the value of work. People aren't going to work hard now because they're like, oh, if I don't have an awesome job, I'm gonna be depressed.
Yeah, but I mean, it does have some validity to it. I mean, if you get a job that's bad, then it affects you for the rest of your life, and that could just lead to less jobs in the future or more complications.
But people get depressed all the time. It's not like it's just because you have a bad job. Like there are a lot of factors that go into that, and sometimes it's even like a mental thing. You can't control that by what occupation you have.
And last topic, President Obama mentioned in his speech that it's unacceptable for 25% of American students to not finish high school. This has sparked debate about whether or not we should change the structure of high school itself.
I really don't think we have to do much. I think that in any area or any developed country, there's always going to be students who can't like do what's expected of them.
Well, that's true, but at the same time, I think we really need to restructure our schools because look at what we're doing. We're making people memorize things, and they're not really applying what they learn. They're just reading books.
And that has been another edition of Viewpoints, only on 107.9 FM.
West Windsor Plainsboro High School Radio. The voices of the future on the air today. 107.9 FM.
Pirate Radio, Night Radio, 107.9 FM, The Flash.
This is Rohan Krishnan with your 107.9 FM School and Community Flash. West Windsor residents can purchase fresh food from the community. The farmers market is held every Saturday from 9 to 1 during May through October. The Middlesex County Area Transit Shuttle Program runs every hour Monday through Saturday. The bus travels between Jamesburg, Cranberry, Plainsboro, and Princeton Junction. Local residents can join the Rotary Club to service the local and international communities. The Princeton Corridor chapter meets every Friday from 12:15 to 1:30 at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. The Plainsboro Historical Society presents many exhibits every month located at the Wyckoff House. The Plainsboro Museum is open 2 to 4:30 on the first and third Sundays. The Friends of West Windsor Open Space are always looking for new members to work for the preservation of local land. The committee meets the fourth Tuesday of every month at 7:30 in the Municipal Building. This has been Rohan Krishnan with your 107.9 FM School and Community Flash.
Last on the dial, first in your heart, 107.9 FM.
Amnesty International's emblem, the candle, is a representation of hope to all the victims of human rights violation. Since the late 1960s, Amnesty International has been fighting abuses of the rights to physical and mental integrity, freedom of conscience, and freedom from discrimination. The organization began when a British lawyer, Peter Benenson, stood up against unfair treatment and gave hope to prisoners of conscience. Amnesty International, working to protect the human.
And you're back on 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction. So photojournalism, it's something that's been around for a little over 100 years, and it's something that's really grown popular.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I never really paid attention to it before. I didn't appreciate it before I went to the museum. They have the Pulitzer Prize winning photos from every year starting in like the early 1900s, and I thought it was really interesting. It's like looking at history. You get to see all these famous iconic photos, and it's really emotional.
Yeah, I mean, it's like freezing history in time, and it's just really awesome because a picture speaks 1,000 words.
Yeah.
And those words aren't even in any specific language. You could be from China, you could be from Australia, you could be from France, and everyone, if you look at the same picture, you'll get the same understanding out of it.
Photojournalism has been, it's kind of linked to war though, don't you think?
Yeah, exactly.
It's especially used on like, they take the pictures in the other countries and then they publish it in the newspapers, everyone sees it and it's like, wow, that's actually happening. I didn't believe it, but now I see it. So.
Yeah, and there are those famous pictures like the U.S. soldiers, U.S. Marines raising the American flag during World War II, or like the Navy soldier kissing that nurse in New York City. Like, it's just those pictures.
The moments.
And everyone understands the meanings behind them once they see the picture. It's just amazing what photojournalism can do and how it's so easy to grasp a message just by looking at a picture. And that's the amazingness of photojournalism right there.
Laugh track.
Alright, so
we have some funny Yahoo answers for you right now.
yeah, on a lighter note, not photojournalism. One question is, what is the country of Canada all about? And the answer was, wow, your education system really is in a crisis.
Second question, why doesn't the earth fall down? Answer is, because it can fly.
And maybe the person probably believed that. But it's kind of sad, 'cause I picture like a 5-year-old kid who's like really interested in science and he wants to know why.
And he just gets that answer.
Alright, another one. My credit card is stuck on my computer because I tried buying something from Amazon. What do I do? Help me please, help me please. The answer, turn the computer upside down or shake it, or call Amazon and ask them for a refund.
Pretty sure you're not supposed to put the credit card in the computer.
And I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to put your computer upside down and shake it. I'm pretty sure that would just force you to have to go buy another computer.
Just a thought. Okay, and those were some funny Yahoo answers.
Always rely on Yahoo for
Love
comedy.
the internet. Good stuff there.
WWPH Princeton Junction.
And that concludes our broadcast. Thanks for tuning into another Brianne and Jesse show.
Yes.
I'm Jesse. I'm not Brianne, by the way.
Are you sure?
I think I'm pretty sure.
All right, don't confuse anyone.
But to recap some cool stuff, we talked about the Midnight Inventors, North-South.
Yes.
Robotics team.
Grover's Mill Coffee, It's a Grind, both great places in West Windsor.
I recommend both. And, photojournalism. Go out there, take some pictures, see the world. Thanks for tuning in to 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
You've been watching Sneak Peek, a look at the type of programming featured daily on the West Windsor Plainsboro High School student radio station, 107.9 FM. Sneak Peek is an exclusive student production from the West Windsor Plainsboro High School TV station, WWPH TV.
His thought-provoking lyrics travel the spectrum from love to Libya, and his refusal to conform has spawned a distinct voice in the music community. Studio 107 features West Windsor Plainsboro High School North rapper, flutist, and dancer Asif Mahidi. Hello and welcome to Studio 107. I'm Adam McCall here with Asif Mahidi, a musician and rapper. He is a junior here at High School North. Now, Asif, how did you first get into music?
Well, music, it's been part of my whole life. So, it's just I've been listening to music as a kid. I started off with rap when I was small and kind of grew. Started I listen to every artist, so I listen to specific artists with meaning. So it's not all type of rap, not the mainstream, the good ones with good meaning. So.
Now, I know you played the flute.
Right.
How did that impact your view of music?
Well, it kind of made me understand music better, understood notes more, keys, and when you play the flute, you learn classical music, so you're exposed to more genres, not just rap or pop. You learn classical, you learn how notes work and everything. So
right, you diversify a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because you don't want to get stuck in one thing.
Right, you have a taste of everything. Not everyone knows Mozart.
Right.
Yeah.
So. But flute helps you.
Helps you.
Exactly. Now I know you used to, or maybe you still do, write poetry,
right.
And that has helped you develop lyrics. When did you start writing poetry?
I would say 2nd grade. My elementary school teacher, she noticed that I wrote awesome poetry and submitted it, and I won a couple of awards for that. But that was back in New York before I came to New Jersey. So from there, I noticed that I had skill writing. So writing is my favorite thing compared to other things. So.
Right. So it just sort of developed from there.
Yeah.
Did you always enjoy doing it, or was it something that you developed a taste for?
It's something that's natural because I would write to everything, whether it be my feelings or problems, situations, stories, whatever it would be. So it's natural.
Now, you rap and you're in a band now.
Yeah.
How did that all come about?
Well, the thing is, what's funny is each of us has our own talents. I'm the lyricist, and my friend, he's a singer, but he can also create tunes. Not everyone has that idea of creating tunes, how a chorus goes, it has this specific tune, this melody that stays in your head. And that's what he's good at. My other friend, he's also a rapper, but he has flow. He can't write lyrics like me, but he has awesome flow I can't do. So we all have our own talents. And my other friend is a guitarist, and he understands music and how to combine everything, mix, and we just have our own talents.
How did you find of people who complemented each other so well?
It was when I first came here, that's the people I met. So during sophomore year, I first came to Jersey and I was a new kid. I didn't know anybody, and these were my first friends. And just coincidentally, we were together in the same lunch table, and we just found out that we all had our own taste for music.
Imagine if you didn't sit next to them. It would have been a totally different thing.
Different thing.
Now, you do a few things outside of just the music realm. You competed for a long time in chess competitions.
Right.
How did you start doing that?
Chess was one of those things, I think, naturally. I started in elementary school, so I would take classes after school, and I won a couple awards for that, and trophies and tournaments, and something natural. So these are like natural things.
What's the appeal of chess for you?
I feel like chess is something that everyone should learn because it works your mind, and you have to think, and it just keeps you like working. You know,
it keeps you sharp.
Yeah, it keeps you sharp.
Now, you also danced and performed in the SASA performance here at High School North. How did the relationship between music and dancing flourish for you?
I feel like besides only like expressing music and vocally, you should also like do it physically. Why not? So why sing when you can like also learn how to dance? When you learn how to dance, you get more into music, and once again you learn new things every day. Because dance has its own beats and rhythms and everything else, like own choreography. So.
Now, how often do you and your band get to perform?
Last time we performed was for the Leo Club in Mercer County, so that was a while back. But hopefully by this summer, since SATs and everything, that pressure is over, we'll be able to create new tracks and get more gigs and stuff. Maybe even live over here. Who knows?
All right. Well, it certainly should be good as you continue to go through life to continue the music. And we will be back here on Studio 107 shortly after this. We're going to find out what has gotten Asif set on this path. So stay tuned for more. And welcome back to Studio 107. I'm Adam McCall here with Asif Mahidi. Now, Asif, you write about some pretty serious things in a lot of your songs. So what inspires you to do this?
I would just say the topics that happen in the news. I would say all the crises and everything that happens, Japan, Libya. I feel like that's what people should know about and not like other things. So I feel like these are the important topics, and yeah, so I like to spread that out among the community.
Now, speaking of Libya, you recently wrote a song. What made you decide to write about it?
I saw it on CNN, and I saw everything that was happening, and I felt like a dictator like that should be known about. And some people don't even know about what's happening in Libya, and I feel like that's not right. So everyone should know about it, and everyone should try to do what they can.
Mm-hmm. So aside from just spreading the message, aside from spreading the knowledge, maybe what message were you trying to send?
I should say that I get it that you're in America, you're here, you can't do much from your bedroom. What you can do is you can talk about it, you can talk to others, and maybe even donate, or maybe even try to see what you can do. So, just by just learning about it.
Now, are you involved in any sort of volunteer work?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do like something that complex. I just do like basic volunteering library.
Okay. So. Now, how has your musical interest been sort of helped by your parents?
My parents have been there, and I love my parents to death. So my mom's been there, my dad's been there, and they just want me to keep doing what I can, but also focus on the schoolwork and have it part-time.
How do you balance school and music?
Well, I always try to get the schoolwork done first, and on weekends when I have my free time, instead of watching TV or playing video games, I would write music. Let's say record a couple of tracks, freestyle, do whatever I can.
Right. Now, you and your band have recently sort of formed. So how quickly did you bond with them and get to work very effectively with them?
Well, the day before performing is always the toughest day. You're there with your band members and you're talking about everything, what type of music, what's going to happen, and that's when the closest bonds happen. That's when you're there with them for a long time, and you're practicing the same song over and over again, and you kind of feed off each other. So that's how you get closer and closer.
Yeah. Now, how often will you practice a song before you know that it's done?
I would say as much as I can until it's completely perfect.
Is there a specific amount of time that it usually takes?
Can't tell that.
Mm-hmm. Now, you formed, during SASA, you worked in a pretty tight-knit group. So how did that experience affect you?
It's all about commitment. You have to show up in practices. You have to do what you can. You have to try your best. And that's the most important thing. Like I always tell my band members, you have to try your best. You have to give it all you got because you're not doing this every day. You're doing this for now. So when you're doing it, you do it your all. Like you give it your all.
Now, you grew up in New York City.
That's right.
And came here sophomore year. What was the difference like for you between a school in Brooklyn and a school here?
Huge culture shock. New York is very busy, and everything relies on like public transportation. Like you wouldn't see teenagers driving, but here it's a common thing for seniors to drive and go out. But in New York, it's all public transportation, and you go out, you do whatever you want. So everything's more restricted here, and yeah.
How has that affected your writing and what you do?
Exactly, I have more time to write. For New York, I would go out and I would do a lot of things. I would play basketball, go to the park, go to the movies, and a lot of the times would be out. But in New Jersey, I'm always home a lot during weekends, so I write long periods of time.
Now, what are some of the things, some of the philosophies you try to live by?
So I say respect is the most important thing, and you treat others the way you want to be treated yourself. And you just gotta keep your friends closer and enemies closer. You have to watch out. You can't trust everyone. Trust is the most important thing, and respect is also.
All right. Well, coming up next here on Studio 107, we are gonna take on the Blitz here with Asif Mahidi. So stay tuned for more coming up right after this. Welcome back to Studio 107. I'm Adam McCall here with Asif Mahidi. And Asif, you know what time it is?
The Blitz.
That's right, it is the Blitz. So let's start it off. Who's your favorite musician?
Lupe Fiasco.
And what's your favorite song?
Words I Never Said.
Also Lupe Fiasco
Also
number.
Lupe Fiasco.
Okay, so what's the most recent song that you wrote?
She's Perfect.
Can you give me a little bit from that?
Yeah, I'll give you a short verse.
Okay.
So, have you ever met an angel? I think I have. Split my heart in two. She has the other half. Beauty too violent, strikes a man deep. Put Sleeping Beauty straight back to sleep. Independent charisma with the model style. Illuminates the whole world with her smile.
I like it, especially like the hand motion. That adds a whole dynamic to it, if you ask me. So, what is the most memorable performance that you've ever given?
Entertainment Tonight.
How did that happen?
And just like, I love our school, I love the crowd there, and it was just very inspiring.
Okay. So, let's move. What's the favorite sport that you have?
Basketball.
Basketball? Do you play?
Yeah, I love basketball.
And on the school team?
No, on the school team. I'm not that good.
Just a rec.
Yeah,
that's all right. So, what's your favorite vacation that you've ever taken?
I would say back to the home country, Bangladesh. So.
And when was that?
That was 8th grade.
Is that the only time you've been there?
No, I've been there times before that, but it's just always nice seeing the family and everybody.
How many people? How many family members live there for you?
Oh, it's a lot.
Uncountable. Okay, what's your favorite movie?
The Butterfly Effect.
Ashton Kutcher. Okay, that's solid. Do you like that sort of mind-bending type of movie?
That was something I'd never seen before in movies. It was just hit me. Weird, different.
Do you like to read?
Somewhat, yes.
What's your favorite book?
Favorite book, I really don't know. But I like anything with horror. Anything that just gets me jumping. But if I was a kid, I would say Goosebumps. So, love Goosebumps.
All right. How do you like to relax when you're not doing anything?
Like when it's right music. Very stressed, maybe work out, or things like that. Sleep.
So, what is the strangest place that you've ever had a meal? Let's say.
Meal, like dinner?
Yeah, like you know, out in the country or something like that.
I'd say by under a bridge.
Under a bridge? Where was that?
That was in Bangladesh. It was just weird.
What were you eating out there?
It was food that you probably haven't heard of. Just I would say chicken. Yeah.
Chicken?
No. There's more.
What kind? I want to know.
Chicken, it's this red type of chicken. Like the color, it's interesting.
Red the favorite color there?
Yeah.
What's the difference between red chicken and blue chicken?
Blue chicken doesn't taste that good. The red chicken is good.
Is there even such a thing as blue chicken?
Let's find out. Just Google it.
Google solves everything. What is your favorite place to go around the school?
Favorite? It's in the weight room.
Weight room? Yeah. Now, when you want to write a song, where do you go to feel inspired? Where's the best place for you to write?
The desk in my bedroom.
Any particular reason?
I just lock the doors, just put on my music, put on a beat or anything, and just like chill there.
What do you listen to when you're writing? Just generic beat?
I actually listen to classical music, Mozart, and stuff like that. Stuff, just no words, just like music.
Right.
So, give me
now, do you watch a lot of TV?
No, not
much. Okay, so what's your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Breakfast. Good start of the day.
So you're a morning person?
No, I'm not a morning person, but I like breakfast.
Breakfast helps you sort of get yourself in that zone?
I would die with breakfast.
What do you eat?
I would pancakes, cereal.
I'm a cereal guy. What kind of cereal?
Like Honey Bunches of Oats.
Oh, that is the best.
That is the best.
Almonds, honey roasted, what do you got?
I have everything right now.
Everything. Yeah. Okay, well, hey, that's fantastic. Asif, thank you for stopping by Studio 107. Definitely, everyone, check out some of his music. It's great stuff. Tune in next time here. I'm Adam McCall. Thanks for listening and watching.
Ow.